All right, we're live, 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 live. I am Christ, I am Disciple, aka Anson Phillip, and we're going to chop it up for I'm going to give myself about 20 minutes talking about the series of events and even the most recent event that has happened. I put it up in the community section concerning what WBD or Warner Brothers Discovery is doing. And I'm telling you, man, I'm now having very, very minimal doubts that they're going to restore the Snyderverse. All right. The most recent event that happened is a fellow Snyder cut, or shall I say Snyderverse, restore the Snyderverse person from our movement, ended up down in Warner Brothers Studios in California. And he was touring the whole event. He had a tour, exhibition tour. And like a lot of Zack Snyder's BVS stuff, a lot of stuff from Man of Steel, a lot of stuff from Justice League was there. We're talking about like the Batmobile and the suits, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman suits, the Flash and so on. Just a whole bunch of stuff. And what's interesting about that was that stuff was moved out. That stuff was not there. Chris Swanson is the guy that actually covered it. When Chris Wong went there, but a couple months ago. So there is a movement towards Zack Snyder entering into Warner Brothers and coming back to this established, as they say, Snyder timeline. Okay, Sil was right. Mikey Sutton was right. For those of you who are watching this video right now, you can participate as a guest. The link is in the chat section. Let me put up the link so people can see. And if you want to just join in and chop it, I'm not staying very long. I'm not staying very long because maximum maybe 20 minutes. But the link is in the chat section if you guys want to chop it up with me. But quite frankly, just things just seem to be more and more obvious. The direction in which Warner Brothers is going now. Guys like Prime, for example. Prime is a guy on here. He has a YouTube channel. He talks about money talks. Well, chip. We got some information on the stock of Warner Brothers Discovery. Okay, we got some information on the stock of Warner Brothers Discovery, and particularly in the month, I believe it was the month of June or July when the Snyder Cut came out. Warner Brothers stock, or should I say Warner Brothers Media or Warner Brothers Discovery stock, was at an all-time high. It went up to something like 70-something, I believe it is. I'm not too sure what its stock was. I think it was 73 US per whatever the unit is. The stock is currently at sitting somewhere around $12 and something cents US. So stock has fallen dramatically from that point. And if you look at Disney stock or you look at Netflix stock, their stock is in over $100 per unit. So I mean, Warner Bros. Stock went just skyrocketed with the Snyder Cut. I do remember also, and it dropped. Why did it drop? Because Ann Sarnoff said that the Snyder Cut, there will be no sequel to the Snyder Cut. And they started the cul-de-sac thing, and that just killed the stock. The stock just went right back down. Okay, because the Snyder Cut really got the whole world and the whole of Twitter and everybody buzzing, and people started telling Warner Bros. Restore the Snyderverse. And tone-deaf Warner Brothers, once again, stupid, did not listen. They had their own agenda and their own thing, and just went with that. And everything just went rock bottom from there. The interest in the DCEU went to an all-time low. What's interesting is David Zaslav understands that Zack Snyder is money. Okay, he understands this, and now we've seen it more than once. Nobody watches Teen Titan Go. Nobody. And the interest in Teen Titan Go is still, the ripple effect is still over YouTube. I see YouTubers still talking about that episode, which was the 365th episode. Okay, this thing was done last year. So I'm just trying to show you guys just how impactful Zack Snyder is how much his brand is just tremendous, and his brand makes money for everybody. Netflix did exceptionally well. Netflix has gripped on to Zack Snyder hook, line, and sinker. They understand what they have, okay? And he's doing remarkably well over by them. And David Zaslav is like, why don't we have this guy here? This is the dude we want. And if you look at it, the thing about it is this, and I think a lot of people don't get it, but I get it. The thing about it is this, right? Zack Snyder, as Sil Abdul and Mikey Sutton said, it looks like he already had spoken to, since last year, players with David Zaslav. Okay, I don't know if he directly spoke to David Zaslav, whatever. Sil and David are alluding to that David Zaslav was going around talking to different people. Okay, Christopher Nolan was primarily the guy I think David Zaslav spoke to. And Christopher Nolan, as you know, is linked to Zack Snyder. This is the guy that referred Zack Snyder to the DCEU. And it's so ironic because a lot of the so-called DC fans, they're not DC fans that I'm talking about, they're just detractors, but they don't want to accept Zack Snyder and his movies in the DCEU, even though the guy who recommended Zack Snyder, the guy that had him do Man of Steel, was Christopher Nolan. Okay, and to this day, Christopher Nolan's, linked to Zack's and still with Zack, So I don't understand that. You say you're a fan of Christopher Nolan and his movies. You say you support Christopher Nolan. Why are you not supporting Christopher Nolan by supporting Zack Snyder? Zack Snyder's a huge fan of Christopher Nolan's movies. He liked the approach of the Dark Knight trilogy, and he spoke about it very recently. Okay? And Zack Snyder's name is and his brand has become so huge now, as Henry Cavill's brand and name, as Ben Affleck's brand and name, as Gal Gadot's brand and name, as Jason Momoa's brand and name. Okay? And because of the fandom, once again, so is Ray Fisher. So now is Ray Porter. Ray Porter never thought his character would see the light of day. Now his character's seen the light of day. Now everybody knows who Ray Porter is. Okay? Of course, Jay Oliva, always a strong soldier for it. And the guy that does storyboards and all of that. Jay Oliva, of course, is known now. And for those of you who haven't seen Tracy, you need to go see Tracy. Tracy's a dope series. So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people have gotten a lot of shine. Of course, their price value goes up. But, Warner Brothers can get back to having high stock and the DC brand being restored. Because clearly, the DC brand is not restored. The DC brand is in the trash. It's in the trash bin right now. It's at an all-time low, And that's why people are not that excited for Black Adam. I mean, there are a few people, who are now kind of getting to be excited for Black Adam. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be an uphill battle. Black Adam has to deal with all of the negative consequences of disinterest. You see that, and this is simple business sense, all right? And that's why you have to satisfy the fans, okay? I listen to so many people out here talk so much foolishness. Talk about Zack Snyder's a marketing genius. No, don't say that. He has loyal fans. When Zack Snyder had given up, when he had sort of lost hope, we helped him get back hope because we stood up for him. He has a loyal fan base. That's what the real issue is. And if you don't know that this man has inbuilt fan base for everything he does, any movie he puts out, his fans are going to support him. Then you don't understand what is going on. Okay? He has clout because he has the fans behind him. So when Jay Oliver comes out and says, we need to get our shit together because of us, the Zack Snyder right now is being whatever. He's wrong. Jay, you wrong. You wrong. You wrong like Donkey Kong. And I ain't got a problem telling you that. I love Jay Oliver. You know that. Jay, I have love for you. I don't hate you or nothing. Right? But you're wrong, bro. You're wrong. We are the people that brought forth the Snyder Cut. All right? That's just what it is. You are also with us, and you played your role. And we're all pieces and we all have our opinions, but at the end of the day, you're wrong right now. The movement brought about the Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder couldn't do it on his own. They're talking about Zack Snyder has great marketing. Yes, he does. He has great marketing, but that's not the reason. The reason was something intangible, spiritual. The reason was Zack kept on pushing. He got hope because we were hopeful. And he started nudging us along when we started quitting. And when he wanted to quit, he looked at us and how we just keep on going. It was a mutually beneficial symbiotic relationship. And no matter what infighting happens in fandoms, we know what happened, but we're not going to talk about that right now. All of us are united in one thing, supporting Zack. Okay? And there's no one leader of this movement, thank God. Even though I got to talk about the unsung heroes. Fiona Zhang, love that woman. Don't know where she is now. Another person who I liked was It's Mo. I didn't agree with her. I didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but I appreciate her. You don't have to agree with somebody on everything to appreciate them. Okay, Chris Wong, I appreciate him. All the good people in the background, even Zod Ryder and all these guys. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all. I just want y'all to know that. It's a love thing. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to agree. We may even, very intensely argue with each other. But at the end of the day, I'm glad for each and every one of you guys, and for the guys who came up here on social media supporting and talking. My dudes, William and Thomas and all of you guys. Pick a Shades, happy birthday, Pick a Shades. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It's a love thing. We don't hate each other. We're part of the same thing, same movement. We all coming for the same cause. Whether you TPC, whatever you are. All right? Some people not genuine. Some people trying to get it for personal gain. We know. Right? We had Sean O'Connor come through here so he could get his book sold. We know what it is. We know what it is. We seen the users. But he did support the movement, and it did count for something. You get what I'm saying? Because the more people support the movement, for whatever material, we don't care. Once we can get our objective, which is the universe restored, we're cool. Jump on the bandwagon. And in fact, we ask for new recruits every day. We want you. And maybe in time, you'll change. And you'll realize this thing's bigger than yourself and your own personal gain. Know what I mean? Yeah, so let me get to it. And I enjoy, listen, I'm not fully in the movement like that. I do my contributions. Sometimes people are benefited from what I do. I'm not fully in the movement like that, but I don't care. I don't care to be in the forefront of the movement. I don't care to be the ones, where everything goes to. I don't care about that. What I care about is that we get what we want. That we ask for certain things and we get it. So that we can get higher quality movies that can change other people's lives. That's what I care about. So let's get to it. So that information from Chris Wong, Swanson, check this out. In addition to that, this is what I love about this whole thing. Right? In addition to that, when we consider the fact that it is reported that, and I knew this from a long time back, The Rock always wanted to fight the Justice League. The Rock wanted to do that. They instead had the JSA again. We just saw recently, they showed us some concept art of Black Adam. And then we saw the actual costumes of Black Adam. Now, let me make first a little caveat here. I am not saying that you have to go from concept design to the actual design. All right? Not saying that at all. However, the concept designs for these outfits, for these characters, is starkly different to what it eventually happened to be. I'm going to be real with you guys. I believe Jeff Johns had something to do with that. Okay? Again, the thing, what the stuff turned out to be, and what it was, look epic. What it turned out to be was washed down CW stuff. Now, I'm not saying that the costumes don't look great. In and of themselves, they look all right. But I found that they look a bit generic. The typical generic superhero looking costumes. Whereas the concept designs that we saw look epic. They look different. And it's distinctive. Okay? I'm saying this to say, what The Rock wanted and what he eventually got was not exactly what he wanted. He wanted to face the Justice League. In fact, The Rock expressed that last year, that he wanted to be in the universe with the Justice League and face them. Ultimately, he wanted to face Superman too. And what's interesting about that is Zack Snyder entertained that notion. He said, hey, it can fit in our universe. I could see him fitting in there, which is great. And in my next video, we'll talk about that. Once again, you guys can join me and chop it up with me if you want now. You don't have to. Also, you can chop up in the chat if you want to. Again, this is a stream, so if you don't get to it now, it's not a problem. It is a weird time of day. But I got to say my piece. We got 4 more minutes, less than 4 minutes. So my point anyway is this. The Rock wanted the Justice League, you had the JSA. Because Walter Hamada wasn't having that, Jeff Johns deviated. Now, let me just say, that works out well. Even so. Okay? But the previous regime definitely didn't want nothing to do with the Justice League that Zack had. And they did not want anything to do with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Okay? So, clearly they were moving a different direction. But David Zaslav has, with this movie, it seems he has already altered the course of that to redirect Black Adam towards the Justice League. To redirect Black Adam, in addition to the Justice Society of America, that's great, but redirect it towards Superman, which I find beautiful because Superman and Black Adam have to clash up. And probably they have to work together as well. So we will see how that goes. And we will see when Black Adam movie comes out, what kind of context Henry Cavill's Superman is. It can't be shoehorned in. It has to have a reason. He has to have a reason for Superman appearing in that movie. There's got to be a good reason, and it has to be associated, in my opinion, with the Justice League. So Zack Snyder stuff is on the WB lot after being removed from it and not having people see it for a long time, which is very, very interesting. Zaslav move. What is Zaslav's master plan? To feature Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, have them have their movies, then have a team up, right? He talks about Aquaman as well. I'm gonna catch you all guys later. I am Christ I Am Disciple. I'm coming back with another video, but I'll do it on YouTube this time. This one was on StreamYard, so you guys can interface with me. And I do things sporadically. You don't know when I'm gonna show up, so it's all good. I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'll be back, but I'll be back on YouTube, proper streaming. Catch you guys later. Peace.